This clip is going to show you a way of making a costume for a spider for fancy dress. For this clip you need some black elastic, some pairs of old black tights, some luminous paper, needle and thread, felt tip pen and some crumpled balls of newspaper and a t-shirt. What you need to start with is an old black t-shirt. It won't spoil the t-shirt, we're not going to make holes in it. So keep that on one side ready and get some old pairs of tights. An old pair of tights that mummy or granny or auntie don't want anymore, and cut the legs off. Just cut the legs right through so that you get just the leg of the tights. And then get your hand in until you can find the bottom of the tights and stuff it with balls of newspaper, one at a time, and then let the tights pull down over the newspaper until it goes right to the end of the leg. Make it all crumply and bumpily. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it's a spider's leg. And how many legs are we going to need for a spider? 8. When we got to the end, tie it in a bit of a knot to make sure the newspaper doesn't fall out. And then we're going to be fixing these onto the t-shirt. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 spider legs. The legs that are really your own legs, you could wear some black trousers on. And the arms that are really your own arms, you can wear your black t-shirt. And then if you want to cut the legs off a pair of tights, you can put your hands in there and your hands will disappear. So those can be the other spider's legs. So we need to fix them onto the body of the spider, one at a time. The first pair will go just below your own arms, so that'll be just below the sleeves at the side. Put the tights onto the t-shirt and sew over and over a lot of times with a knot at the end. I've done it in green thread so you can see what I'm doing. This isn't neat stitching, it doesn't matter how you just go, as long as you go through the tights and through the t-shirt a lot of times, at least 6. Over and over and over. If you're not very good at sewing, there might be somebody in your family who could help you. When you get to that, pull it off, and then a little bit further down you need another spider leg with another knot in it. 2 for this side and 2 for the other side. Then counting your own arm and your own leg, that should make 4 at one side and 4 at the other side. So this again goes with a knot over and over and over. Now I've done a drawing of this costume so that you'll get the idea of where everything is going to go. That's 6 times over, so we can pull that off and those should be fixed. You'll need to fix 2 at that side and 2 that match at the other side. Here's the drawing of what's going to happen. So here's 2, that's your real arm, that's an old pair of tights, that's an old pair of tights, there's a real arm, tights, tights, and your real legs. And that's the t-shirt down the middle that you can decorate if you want to by sticking things on it. Now, when the tights are on the costume, the next thing you need to do is get a needle and thread, but instead of just ordinary thread, use elastic thread. And if it's black, that's even better. And then get the tights that you're going to wear on your arm and stitch to the toe of the tights. A few stitches to the toe of the tights. So you've got a nice long length of elastic coming down. Now this is a bit hard. The next thing you need to do is measure about as long as each leg, about that much. So from the end of that toe to the end of this toe, go over and over and over, but don't cut it off. You need another length about that and get to the end of the last toe. Over. There go the spider's arms moving at the same time. Bobble, bobble, bobble. You need to do the same thing at the other side to match. And then you need to think about something to wear on your head. Now, I didn't find a bobble hat, but I did find the rest of an old pair of tights. And that'll go down very nicely on your head. If you want to have some eyes that show on it, cut out 2 circles. And this paper, I'm very lucky, is sticky back paper. 1 on one side and 1 on the other side. And then I'm all ready to go to the Ugly Bugs Ball. Scary spider costume. And that's the end of how to make it.